everyone, and a warm welcome to the Sesquicentennial Jubilee of the Apostolic Carmel presence in India. True humility is very simple and not self-conscious. These powerful words were spoken by Mother Veronica, founder of the Apostolic Carmel, and these words speak volumes about the humble beginnings of the person and of the congregation. It is indeed an event of great fortune and blessing that we, the alumna of St. Agnes PU College, long to cherish and proclaim. True prayer is neither a mere mental exercise nor a vocal performance. It is far deeper than that. It is a spiritual transaction with the Creator of heaven and earth, said Charles Spurgeon. Let us take this moment to give thanks to God Almighty with a prayer song. Joy waits on welcome, not time. I request Sister Noreen D'Souza AC, Principal, St. Agnes Pre-University College, to deliver the welcome address.
Good evening, one and all. The Sisters of the Apostolic Carmel Congregation joyously celebrated Sesquicentennial Jubilee of the establishment of the Apostolic Carmel in India on November 19, 2020. Venerable Mother founder of the Apostolic Carmel, has a very special place in the heart of every Apostolic Carmel sister. Her life has been an inspiration to all. Agnosphere, the Association for Ignatians, is all set to mark this great event and pay homage to our founder. The tiny seed that was sown by Venerable Mother Veronica has grown to a mighty tree, spreading its branches far and wide. Words of welcome are like flowers in the garden. They refresh the mind, stimulate the heart, and invigorate the body. On this special occasion, I warmly welcome Dr. Sister Lydia Fernandez, the Joint Secretary of St. Agnes Institutions, whose constant support we acknowledge always. A genial welcome to the representatives of the management, the alumni, benefactors, well-wishers, parents, teachers, students, core committee members, staff coordinators of Agnosphere, and friends. All of you are connected with the Apostolic Carmel in many ways. You are the effective torch-bearers and powerful recipients in emulating holistic education imparted by the Apostolic Carmel institutions. God's blessings have been in plenty on the Apostolic Carmel, on all of us for the past 150 years. Let us bow our hearts and minds in gratitude to God of the ages and seek His blessings for the years to come. Do watch the program till the end. Have a pleasant evening. Once again, a warm welcome to all.
Thank you, sister, and a warm welcome to you as well. We are elated to have amongst us Dr. Sister Lydia A.C., Joint Secretary of St. Agnes Institutions and Superior of St. Agnes Convent. I request you, sister, to speak a few words on this occasion and to take us down the memory lane of the Apostolic Carmel.
Friends, today we are celebrating 150 years of the Apostolic Carmel presence in India. What was this place 150 years ago? Can you imagine? Barren lands, hardly any vehicles, in fact no vehicles, and the girls with no education. It was the Apostolic Carmel who came and made this land fertile with the power that was given to the girl child. It was the Apostolic Carmel who lit the light and empowered the woman, the girl. And what is that empowerment? It was a personal empowerment of the girl. The girl began to feel, I am someone. It was an economic empowerment through education, teacher education, higher education. The woman began to realize that I can be independent economically. It was intellectual empowerment. The woman began to realize that I have great capacity, and that capacity was tapped by the Apostolic Carmel sisters through that quality, high-level education, and in particular, spiritual empowerment of the woman, that there is someone I can look up to in all my difficulties, in all my needs. There is someone who can hold my hand and who does hold my hand, that is God Himself. This was the empowerment the Apostolic Carmel gave to the girls girls in Mangalore, along the west coast, across the entire country, and to many other countries in the world. It was only because of that woman, Mother Veronica, who brought that light through those three women, young women from Europe came. But it didn't end there. It was an Indian woman after that, Mother Elvisha, after Mother Mari Desaj, who gave that empowerment through education to all girls across the country. And today we are grateful to those women, not only those two, but those Apostolic Carmel sisters who empowered girls, not only in Mangalore, through Patna Women's College also is one of the places where in the remote Bihar area, girls today go in for all civil services and they go to different aspects of humanity service, including the army, and the first pilot in India, a woman pilot, is supposed to have been a student of Patna Women's College. Dear students, staff, parents, alumni, remember now it is your role. You have been empowered. Today what are you going to do? Aren't you giving that to someone else? Remember, as a token of this year, the Sesquicentennial year of the Apostolic Carmel presence in India, may you empower one needy person, one deprived person, a girl, a woman. May she grow because of you. Grow intellectually, grow academically, grow economically, grow spiritually. Take this oath today as you listen to me. Empower our women. Dear parents, alumni, staff, students, I wish you the best of this year, the Sesquicentennial year, 150 years. May you grow. Thank you.
Thank you, sister, for your inspiring words. As Erna Solberg, Prime Minister of Norway, rightly said, when you invest in a girl's education, she feeds herself, her children, her community, and her nation. The Apostolic Carmel is the congregation that pioneered women's education along the west coast of India, and we are indeed a privileged lot to be educated through the sisters of this congregation and call ourselves proudly an Agnesian. We now present to you a dance drama depicting the education and growth of the girl child put together by Shravya from the 2016 batch and Yoshita, Rachana and Samiksha from the 2015 batch.
Gun, 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 हाथों में पिघलता है लोहा गगन गन ना उम्मीद न कोई लगी मेरा सब कुछ मेरा हौसला गगन गन हिम्मत है मेरी तकदीर मुझे गम न किसी से कियो मुझे गम न किसी से कियो तूने जाने पागलपन गगन गन
for that beautiful and informative performance. I am happy to call upon Mr. Radhakrishna Rai, parent of Ananya Rai, an ex-student of St. Agnes PU College, to express his thoughts on choosing St. Agnes institutions for his daughter's education. We also have with us Mrs. Lovina Aranna, who not only is a lecturer of St. Agnes PU College for 15 years, but she is also an alumnus of St. Agnes institutions, having studied here from kindergarten, to express her feelings on this great occasion.
ಆತ್ಮೀಯರೇ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಗುರವಃ ಬಹವ ಸಂತಿ ಶಿಷ್ಯ ವಿತ್ತಾಪಹಾರಕಃ ಸ ಗುರುಃ ದುರ್ಲಭೆ ಲೋಕೆ ಶಿಷ್ಯ ಚಿತ್ತಾಪಹಾರಕಃ. ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತದ ನುಡಿಮುತ್ತು ಇದು. ಇಂದಿನ ಕಾಲಘಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಸೂಕ್ತವಾಗಿ ಅನ್ವಯಿಸಲ್ಪಡುತ್ತಿರುವಂತಹ ಈ ಸೂಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ವಿಶ್ಲೇಷಿಸಿದರೆ, ಇಂದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣವೆಂಬುದು ವ್ಯಾಪಾರವಾಗಿರುವಾಗ 92-93% ಅಂಕಗಳನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರತಿಭಾವಂತ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳನ್ನು 18ರಿಂದ 20 ಗಂಟೆಗಳ ತನಕ ತರಗತಿಯ ಕೊಠಡಿಯೊಳಗೆ ಕೂಡಿ ಹಾಕಿ ಪಠ್ಯ ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನು ಅರೆದು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮುಕ್ಕಿಸಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಪರೀಕ್ಷಾ ಕೊಠಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಕ್ಕಿಸಿ 96-98 ಅಂಕಗಳನ್ನು ಗಳಿಸುವ ಯಂತ್ರಗಳನ್ನಾಗಿಸುವ ಮೂಲಕ ಇಂದು ಹಲವಾರು ವಿದ್ಯಾಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳು ಕೈಗಾರಿಕಾ ಕೇಂದ್ರಗಳಾಗಿವೆ, ಕಾರ್ಖಾನೆಗಳಾಗಿವೆ. ಈ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ವಿಶಿಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಗೋಚರಿಸುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ವಿದ್ಯಾಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಸಂತ ಆಗ್ನೆಸರ ವಿದ್ಯಾಸಂಸ್ಥೆ. ಅಪೋಸ್ಟಾಲಿಕ್ ಕಾರ್ಮೆಲ್ ವಿದ್ಯಾಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯು ಶತಮಾನಗಳ ಹಿಂದೆ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಕ್ಕಳ ವಿದ್ಯಾಭ್ಯಾಸಕ್ಕೆಂದೇ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದಂತಹ ಈ ಸಂತ ಆಗ್ನೆಸರ ವಿದ್ಯಾಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಇಂದು ಕೂಡ ತನ್ನ ಅದೇ ಧ್ಯೇಯೋದ್ದೇಶಗಳನ್ನು ಮುಂದಿರಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಬಡವ ಬಲ್ಲಿದ ಎಂಬ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಭೇದವನ್ನು ಮಾಡದೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೈಗೆಟಕುವಂತಹ ಶಾಲಾ ಶುಲ್ಕವನ್ನ ವಿಧಿಸಿ ಆ ಮೂಲಕವಾಗಿ ಅತ್ಯುತ್ತಮವಾದಂತಹ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣವನ್ನು, ಮೌಲ್ಯಯುತವಾದಂತಹ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣವನ್ನು ನೀಡುತ್ತಿರುವುದು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಸಂತಸದ ಸಂಗತಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹುದುಗಿರುವ ಪ್ರತಿಭೆಗಳನ್ನ ಹೊರತೆಗೆದು ಅವರನ್ನ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಗಣ್ಯ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನಾಗಿಸುವ, ಅವರ ಪ್ರತಿಭೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶವನ್ನು ಕಲ್ಪಿಸುವಂತಹ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿಯ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕ ವರ್ಗ ಮತ್ತು ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿ ವರ್ಗ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಸಂತೋಷದಾಯಕವಾದಂತಹ ಸಂಗತಿ. ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಅನಿವಾರ್ಯ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದಾಗಿ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ಸೇರಿಸುವ ಮೊದಲು ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಧ್ಯೇಯೋದ್ದೇಶಗಳ ಬಗೆಗೆ ನನಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಉತ್ತಮ ಧ್ಯೇಯಗಳು, ಇದು ನೀಡುತ್ತಿರುವಂತಹ ಮೌಲ್ಯಯುತ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಗಮನಿಸಿದಾಗ ನಾನು ಖಂಡಿತ ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳನ್ನ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದಂತಹ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಎಂಬ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಇದೆ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು, ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
On a cool summer afternoon a few years ago, as I witnessed the Friendship Day final round of competition conducted by students to mark the upcoming Friendship Day, one challenge was for the pair who were friends the longest to come on stage. As a jest, my friend, a math lecturer, and I ran onto stage. We had been friends for the longest. At that time, nearly 36 years of our life were 40. After the applause died down, we revealed that St. Agnes was what had bound us together for life. 17 years on this campus as a student, 15 years as an educator, 32 years walking around this home away from home, more than half my life. I celebrate my Pearl Jubilee as the institution celebrates its centenary. As Robert Frost said in his famous poem, I have miles to go on this campus before I bid adieu. Many more years of teaching and nurturing. St. Agnes is such a big part of my life. Without it, I would have no identity. As I look back on the garden of my life, each time I get to pick a beautiful flower of a memory, not better than the others, but just unique and different, most of them related to being an Ignatian. The quaint little porticoed building which housed a kindergarten, where we got the first taste of what school would be like. Our English primary and higher primary were housed in the present Kannada primary building, where stomping up and down the wooden staircases gave us immense pleasure. A whirlwind of 7 years lunching together, playing seven tiles, hop and catch, hopscotch. Not that we called these games by such hi-fi names in those days. Forming movie clubs, house game clubs, and all sorts of innocent and fun games and activities that kept us occupied till it was time to walk down the road to wait for our vehicles at the kindergarten portico. High school was another ball game altogether. Suddenly we felt like adults. Although, when I look back today as a teacher, we were so naive and immature, like pretend adults. We grew closer, especially as girl guides, which only helped to strengthen our bond through the various camps at state and national level. As a college student at PU and undergraduate level, life was a sail through with lots of activities, but not so academically. Visits to the library, exchanging of notes, frantic last-minute cramming for exams were part and parcel of college life. Absence of uniforms made campus look like a kaleidoscope of colors, with students vying with each other to look the prettiest, hippest, and happening. Shorts and short skirts, jeans with t-shirts and tops were considered cool college outfits. Life has come full circle today for me as I continue to be on this campus as a teacher. As an educator, it has been an interesting journey, spending time with young girls with shining eyes full of dreams and hearts full of expectations. As I move around with them, it makes me feel like a student, never having left behind the untroubled days of pupil life. As I look back on my life on the campus, in different buildings, we laughed the loudest, cried the least, played the hardest, and studied with all earnestness. I learned to work hard, to be responsible, assume leadership roles, and be sensitive and empathetic towards others. My life at St. Agnes prepared me for my being as a wife, mother, and a teacher. In the garden of my memories, all the flowers bloom bright, mirroring the eternal Eden, awaiting as we bid a final goodbye to our earthly existence. Thank you.
Thank you for those heartfelt thoughts. Mother Veronica, a daring woman, foundress of the Apostolic Carmel, was an avid reader, a deep thinker, and an ardent seeker of truth. She was a woman of outstanding humility and zeal for the mission and her vision of education for the integral development of people, especially that of the girl child. To enlighten us all with the life of Mother Veronica, her contributions, and the development of the Apostolic Carmel congregation over the ages through the instrumentality of different sisters, I request Mrs. Pramila D'Souza, lecturer in English, St. Agnes PU College, to take the platform for a PowerPoint presentation.
From Carmel for the missions to the Apostolic Carmel. The seed of the Apostolic Carmel was sown in faraway Bayonne, France on July 16, 1868, in the heart of Mother Veronica by the Almighty Himself. The story is unique and very special. Sophie Leaves was born in a Protestant Anglican family. One night, she heard a soft, gentle, heavenly voice that said, "My peace I leave you, my peace I give you." Sophie accepted the Lord's invitation to work in His vineyard. And under divine inspiration, young Sophie broke off her engagement with a naval officer, Mr. Kenneth, and took a firm step and joined the congregation of St. Joseph of the Apparition. and received the name Veronica of the Passion. Mother Veronica was ardent and full of zeal to work for the missions in India when she was sent to Calicut in Kerala. Grieved by the plight of women and young girls, she decided to do something for their development and started a school for them. At this juncture, she heard an inner voice. I want you in Carmel. Father Maria Frame helped her discover her special vocation to start a congregation, especially for the evangelization and faith formation of young girls on the west coast of India through education and other apostolic ministries. She nurtured the tender plant of the little Carmel, watered it with her prayers, toil, sweat, and tears. She trained young, zealous, and energetic sisters in the contemplative spirit of Carmel and sent them to India. The sisters were warmly welcomed at the Rosario Cathedral by Bishop Maria Frame and brought in a procession to St. Anne's Convent, the cradle of the Apostolic Carmel, on 19th November 1870. Today, that little seed, sown over 150 years ago, has grown into a mighty tree with its branches spreading far and wide. Today, the congregation has spread all over India, Pakistan, Kuwait, Bahrain, Kenya in East Africa, spreading its mission of nurturing, caring, empowering, and rendering selfless service towards mankind through education and health care. 1,580 sisters offer their dedicated service to 200 convents in 6 provinces. The province of Karnataka has 30 convents. 370 sisters offer their services in various fields for the needs of humankind. In Karnataka, they run 2 degree colleges, 1 PG center, 1 PhD research center, 1 B.Ed, M.Ed college, 3 D.Ed, 7 PU colleges, 19 high schools, 23 higher primary, 14 kindergarten, 3 special schools, 2 technical schools, 3 pre-primary training, 4 hostels, 4 boarding houses, 7 children's homes. There are 20 Apostolic Carmel sub-units and 21 Carmel Blossom sub-units who participate in the mission. Besides education, they are involved in prison ministry, care for the differently abled, social work, home for the aged, and empowering women. With each passing year, the Apostolic Carmel has become stronger and has been a living example of spreading love and selfless service. God, in His abundant grace, has continuously blessed the sisters of the Apostolic Carmel congregation for the past 150 years. And we are sure of His continuous blessings on us in the years to come. May our foundress, Venerable Mother Veronica, be raised to the honors of the altar is a humble prayer.
Thank you for that informative presentation. We have with us Ms. Cheryl Menesa Lobo, student of 2nd HEPP, who will voice out her experience of being a student of St. Agnes PU College, followed by Ms. Charlotta and team with a group song dedicated to Mother Aloysia, a great educationist and the founder of St. Agnes Institutions, as well as to mark the centenary year of St. Agnes Institutions.
Hello everyone, I am Cheryl Menesa Lobo of 2nd HEPP Arts, here to share my experience in St. Agnes PU College. My decision to pursue PU education in St. Agnes PU College was a right choice. It all began when I entered this college as a student for the very first time. In the beginning, my mind was filled with chaos, nervousness and queries. But as the days passed by, I began to recognize the positive aspects and the positive impact that the college had on me. There are many things that impressed me about this college, and I would like to mention few. Firstly, the college has very active and cooperative staff. The teaching here is excellent and the teachers always try to make the learning simple and understandable so that the students are able to grasp better. Moreover, the teaching is very interactive. St. Agnes PU College provides umpteen opportunities to showcase one's talents. It is the best platform that not only recognizes the skills, abilities and talents of the students, but also helps them to grow and develop. To serve this purpose, the college usually organizes various programs and events to encourage students, be it in the field of music, dance, or studies. St. Agnes PU College promotes empowerment of girls. It also looks after the spiritual growth of the students as well as imparts moral values. It shows concerns towards the nature and gives utmost priority to cleanliness. Hence, it encourages the protection of environment. St. Agnes PU College is the best place to shape personality. All I want to say is that I am proud to be an Ignatian. Thank you.
To hear the bells that hailed our mother dear. Ring on, we love to hear the bells that hailed our mother dear, our mother dear. Ooh, 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 ooh. The day she sought with eager feet the little common sweet retreat. She bade adieu to the world once more to make her bond with heaven more sure. Oh, listen to her solemn song of her faith unending and strong. Oh, listen to her solemn song of her faith unending and strong and strong. Ooh, 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 ooh. And even as below the earth she lies, her ardent prayers to heaven rise, to whom she revered and adored, to Christ and to her Lord. Now chime again in joyous bells as the choir comes and music swells. Now chime again in joyous bells as the choir comes and music swells, and music swells. Ooh, 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 ooh. We sing in joy and merry peace. May the music never cease. Let us sing again so loud and clear. God bless our mother
voices ringing hymns of praise over life, our habits and ways. To show the love we do employ for the common soul, and pride and joy. Rest now in peace, no grief or sorrow, where worries may not crease your brow. Rest now in peace, no grief or sorrow, where worries may not crease your brow, crease your brow. Ooh, 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 ooh. In your shadows we will stay, imitating and emulating your way. And we say on our centenary year, God bless our mother dear. Ring on, we love to hear the bells that hailed our mother dear. Ring on, we love to hear the bells that hailed our mother dear, our mother dear.
Cheryl, for sharing your experience, and thank you Charlotta and team for that melodious song. The heart that gives thanks is a happy one, for we cannot feel thankful and unhappy at the same time, said Douglas Wood. The success of today's event is not attributed to one, but many hands went into the preparations, and it is a result of the collaboration of all these people. I express my thankfulness to God Almighty, whose blessings and grace have made this event a resounding success. I am sincerely grateful to Dr. Sister Lydia A.C., Joint Secretary of St. Agnes Institutions and Superior of St. Agnes Convent, for gracing this occasion and for her guidance and support. Further, we are grateful to Sister Noreen D'Souza AC, Principal, St. Agnes Pre-University College, for delivering the welcome address and for being the catalyst that stimulated us to do our best and standing as a pillar of strength. I wish to express my gratitude to Sister Janet Sequeira, Vice Principal, and Mrs. Pramila D'Souza, Lecturer in English, St. Agnes PU College, for giving us an insight to the life of Mother Veronica and the Apostolic Carmel through an informative PowerPoint presentation. My profuse thanks to Mr. Radhakrishna Rai, Mrs. Lovina Aranna, and Ms. Cheryl Menesa Lobo for their heartfelt expression of thoughts that truly made us immensely honored to be a part of this wondrous institution. I wholeheartedly thank Shravya from the 2016 batch, along with Yoshita, Rachana, and Samiksha from the 2015 batch for the skillful execution of the dance drama. Not only were we in awe of the beautiful dance, but we also gained a powerful message about the education of the girl child. I would like to thank Ms. Charlotta and team for that joyous and mellifluous song celebrating 100 years of St. Agnes Institutions. I would also like to thank the members who worked behind the scenes to make this event happen, our technical arrangement team, along with the coordinators and members of Agnosphere who worked tirelessly for the success of this event. Finally, my sincere gratitude goes to each and every one of you for your presence and for making this Jubilee celebration a memorable one. With that, we have come to the end of the program. This is Calrida Pearl D'Souza, your MC, signing off.